I wanted to talk about Philly Sound Studios. This studio used to be a old studio that was in an old church in South Philly, and they did me a million favors. The place was huge inside, and I posted some pictures. You can see the second picture is the interior of the studio, and it's just huge. Then the third picture, that's Drew Raisin. He was the guy who ran the place, and he did me so many favors. But this was down on South Street. Interesting thing about the street that was on. Joe Tarsia told me one time it was right down from his house. He lived right on that same street, and he used to hide his cigarettes in the tree in front of his house, and the tree is still there. That was kind of interesting. But when we started doing the Philadelphia recording community meetings, the whole kind of concept of the Philadelphia recording community is to do a meeting at a different studio every month and have a product manufacturer come in and do a seminar, and Mike Tarsia was Joe Tarsia's son would kind of talk about the state of what where everybody was at in the recording industry. And it was great because we would get all these people together and they would intermingle and talk. And if we did nothing, people would just be there for hours just talking to each other and meeting each other. And it's nice to talk shop with everybody. But what happened is we start at these smaller studios that it could only accommodate so many people. And it kept on growing and growing. And it got to the point where we had like 60 to 100 people coming to every meeting. And it was just impossible to hold the meetings at these smaller studios, even though we wanted to do that. And the only place that really could accommodate was Philly Sound Studios, this old church. And it started we did, I think, 4 or 5 meetings in there. We did with Avid, we did with Apple. And you'll see in the pictures here, Bill Lee from Apple was at the studio, and he did a demonstration for Logic. And it went really well, but we needed the space. And this was the only place that you could fit that many people into. And a lot of these pictures that were taken, my daughter, Kira, took them, and she got some kind of special lens. That's why they're round. But you can see the stained glass windows in there, and you can see the foyer. They had a yard in the front. And as far as gear, they had an old Neve console in the place, and a Studer tape machine and Pro Tools. And it was all off. You would walk straight into the church, and there was a foyer, and then you would walk into the live room, and then to the right hand side was their control rooms they had built over there. But it worked out. It worked out pretty good. A lot of seminars, a lot of fun. But I just wanted to point out the studio, and they tried as hard as they could to make things work, and they were in business for a while, but the industry being what it was, it had to close down. So I don't know what it is now, but it's not a studio. And there's a picture you can see of the doorway. Just that old kind of Gothic look. And then the last picture in the whole thing is a church from the outside. So it's beautifully done. So there you go.